What if I told you there's a common spice, smaller than your thumbnail, that could restore the vitality you thought you had lost forever? A spice that in just 60 seconds can start to restore your masculine strength, no matter your age, without expensive pills or complicated treatments. I know it sounds too good to be true, but stay with me, because what you're about to discover could completely change your life. For over 30 years, I've helped men over 60 regain what time and circumstances have taken from them: confidence, circulation, vitality, and the ability to feel like a whole man again. I'm not talking about expensive prescriptions or modern devices. The solution I'm going to reveal is a spice that has been hidden in plain sight, one that your ancestors used before intimate moments, and that modern science now confirms works better than anyone imagined. The irony is that you've probably walked past it in your kitchen hundreds of times without ever knowing what it could do for you. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to chew this spice for just 60 seconds. It can open your blood vessels, reduce the stress that's silently destroying your testosterone, combat oral issues that block your circulation, and help you sleep more deeply so your hormones can recover naturally. I'll guide you step by step, and I promise that by the end, you'll know exactly how to use it and what to expect in your first 7, 14, and 30 days. Before we continue, if this message resonates with you, write a 1 in the comments. If not, write a 0 so I can better serve you. Now, let's get to the heart of this discovery: the secret compound that changes everything. None of this works without understanding what makes this small spice so powerful. The secret lies in a natural compound hidden within each clove: eugenol. This ingredient is the reason your blood starts to flow, your vessels begin to relax, and your body starts to respond like it used to, maybe even better. I'll never forget the first time a patient looked me in the eyes and said, "Doctor, I just want to feel like myself again." He wasn't talking about perfect abs or running marathons. He was talking about intimacy, confidence, strength. That silent strength a man has when his body still responds as it should. That's what led me to explore natural alternatives. And that's when I discovered the power of eugenol. This compound is found in high concentrations within cloves. When you chew a clove, just 1 or 2, the oils released contain this extraordinary substance. But eugenol doesn't stay in your mouth. It enters the bloodstream through the mucous membranes almost immediately. What it does next is where the real transformation begins. Eugenol acts as a natural vasodilator, helping your blood vessels relax and open up, especially those small, stubborn ones that feed your sexual organs. After 60, those vessels tend to harden and lose flexibility. That's why blood doesn't flow like it used to. Eugenol works like a natural massage for the arteries, gently opening the pathways and allowing blood to move freely again. It's not forced. It's not artificial, it's just a reawakening of what your body once did effortlessly. What makes this even more powerful is that it stimulates the production of nitric oxide, the same compound those little blue pills try to mimic. But this isn't synthetic chemistry. It's pure biology happening naturally, without side effects, no headaches, no crashes afterward. Many men describe a gentle warmth, a sense of circulation returning within minutes. It's subtle yet powerful, and if that's what a single compound can do, just wait until you hear what this spice does to the stress that has been silently killing your testosterone for years. Erections weaken after 60. I've had countless men in their 60s, 70 seconds, and even 80 seconds come to me with downcast eyes, their voices whispering the same thing: it's just not working like it used to. And I always tell them it's not a personal failure. It's biology. As we age, the small blood vessels that support erections begin to narrow and harden. They lose their elasticity, and stress, processed foods, inflammation, and lack of movement take their toll. The result is that blood doesn't flow like it used to, and without that surge of blood, an erection simply can't happen. But here's the part that most doctors never say out loud: those changes aren't permanent. They are reversible. That's where cloves come in as a powerful ally for older men. Remember the compound we just talked about? Eugenol not only relaxes blood vessels, but also helps restore the flexibility of the inner walls of those vessels. Think of it like cleaning a rusty pipe and making it smooth again. Blood starts to flow more easily, more completely, and where it needs to go. Some of my patients have told me that after just a couple of weeks of using this method daily, they woke up with morning erections for the first time in years, not from a pill, not from a miracle, but because their circulation finally had the chance to function again. That's the beauty of this natural method. It doesn't force your body. It simply gives it permission to return to its original design. But here's the thing, even with perfect blood flow, an invisible force can shut everything down before it begins, and it's likely been silently sabotaging you for decades. The 60-second clove method, step by step. The best solutions are often the simplest, and this is no exception. The method I'm about to share has helped many of my older patients feel like themselves again without prescriptions, without awkward doctor visits, without waiting in line at the pharmacy. Just a small intentional act you can do in your kitchen. And best of all, it only takes a minute. Here's exactly how you should do it. Take 2 or 3 whole cloves, not the powdered kind, but whole, dried cloves, ideally organic, but any good quality clove will do. Place them between your back teeth, where your bite is strongest. Bite down slowly until you feel them open. Here's the key. Don't rush. Let the oils coat your tongue and mouth. Breathe through your nose and stay relaxed for the first 30 seconds. Just keep those broken pieces in your mouth. Let your saliva mix with the oils. You might feel a strong, warm sensation. It's intense, yes, but that's a good sign. It means the eugenol is being absorbed through the sensitive membranes in your mouth and heading straight into your bloodstream. Then, start chewing slowly, not forcing it, just enough to completely break down the clove. Keep it in your mouth for another 30 seconds, working the oils through your saliva. That's it. You can swallow the remnants or spit them out. Both are fine. What makes this method so effective is how quickly it works. Some men say they feel the difference in minutes. Their mind's clear. They feel more present, more connected to their bodies. But chewing cloves isn't just about blood flow and energy. It also unlocks something that most men over 60 desperately need and probably don't even realize they're missing: the timing for better results. One of the questions I get asked constantly, usually after a man has tried the clove method for the first time and felt that unmistakable warmth, is when he should use it for the best results. The truth is, timing can make all the difference. How? Anything powerful isn't just about doing it. It's about when you do it. Think of this as tuning an instrument. You want everything to be in harmony: your hormones, your nervous system, your blood flow. For many of my patients, nighttime is the golden hour, about an hour before bed. When the day ends and the mind begins to calm down, chewing cloves at that moment helps relax the nervous system and prepares the body for better rest. And it's not just about sleeping. Deep restorative sleep is when the body produces the most testosterone. That's your foundation. Using it at night sets the stage for the next day: better energy, clearer focus, and yes, stronger morning erections. But don't overlook the morning either. Using this method first thing on an empty stomach helps reactivate circulation and sets a calm yet alert tone for your day. Some men like to use it before exercising or walking. Others prefer it before intimacy, 30 to 45 minutes ahead, for that extra feeling of presence, connection, and endurance. The key is to listen to your body and be consistent. Daily use builds momentum over time. This isn't a one-time trick. It's a daily investment in your vitality. And if you're wondering how such a simple act can lead to such profound changes, it's helpful to understand what might be holding your body back in the first place. Stress is destroying your masculinity. I can't tell you how many good men I've sat across from, men who eat well, stay active, even follow all the right advice, but still feel like something is wrong. Their energy is flat, their desire comes and goes, and when it comes to intimacy, their bodies just don't respond like they used to. That's when I ask them a simple question: how's your stress level? The room usually goes silent. They sigh, and then I hear the truth: worries about money, health, marriage, aging. It's a heavy burden, and most don't realize how much. That silent pressure is destroying their masculinity from the inside. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone meant to help you in moments of danger, not to remain elevated all day, every day. But in today's world, most men over 60 live in a near constant state of tension. Here's the cruel part: cortisol and testosterone cannot coexist at high levels. When one rises, the other collapses. That means the more stress you have, the less testosterone your body will produce, and the weaker your sexual response will become. This is where the clove becomes more than just a circulation booster. It actually helps regulate the stress response. The compound beta-caryophyllene found in cloves binds to receptors in the brain that signal safety and calm. In just minutes, you can feel a release in your chest, a clarity in your mind, and a letting go of the pressure that's been building for years. And as cortisol decreases, testosterone can finally start to rise again naturally. Without forcing it, you can begin to feel more like yourself without even realizing the change at first, but it's real. Better sleep equals more testosterone. If there's one thing I've seen time and again with my older patients, it's this. The moment sleep starts to crumble, everything else begins to crumble too. You can eat well, exercise, take all the supplements under the sun, but if your sleep is disrupted, your hormones don't stand a chance. That's because most of your testosterone, your repair work, your healing occurs at night, specifically during deep, uninterrupted sleep. But how many men over 60 actually get that kind of rest? Many tell me they lie awake at AM staring at the ceiling with racing minds, or they fall asleep quickly but wake up several times during the night, never feeling fully rested, and then wonder why their energy is low, why desire feels like a distant memory, or why they simply can't keep up like they used to. The answer is often poor quality sleep. This is where cloves come in, not just as a circulatory aid, but as a powerful ally for the nervous system. The compounds in cloves, especially eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, not only relax blood vessels, but also calm the part of the brain that regulates your sleep cycle. When chewed at night about an hour before bed, cloves help facilitate deeper, more stable sleep. Many men tell me they start dreaming again, waking up with more clarity, more energy, and most often, with stronger morning erections. That's not a coincidence. That's testosterone doing its job again. So if you've been struggling to feel rested or wondering why your drive and energy have faded, start paying attention to how you sleep, because improving that area can send a wave of healing throughout your entire system. The surprising connection between erections and sleep may sound odd at first, but I've seen it too many times to ignore. A man comes in complaining of low energy, weak erections, with no clear explanation as to why. His blood pressure looks fine, his labs are decent, but then I ask a simple question: how's your dental health? And that's when the truth comes out: bleeding gums, gum recession, bad breath that won't go away. Most men never imagine that what's happening in their mouths could be affecting what's happening in their bedrooms. But science is clear, everything is connected. Your mouth is a gateway to your circulatory system. When you have gum disease, whether you notice it or not, the bacteria in your mouth enter your bloodstream, traveling through your body and creating silent inflammation that damages the blood vessels responsible for erections. It's like trying to push water through a hose full of mud. The pressure might be there, but nothing flows cleanly. Studies have even shown that men with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. That's not a coincidence. That's biology. This is where cloves become more than just a useful spice. They become a daily detoxifier. Clove oil is one of nature's most powerful natural antiseptics. When you chew whole cloves, those antibacterial compounds act immediately, starting to neutralize harmful bacteria in your mouth before they can reach your bloodstream. It's quick and effective, and sometimes you can feel it working just by chewing it. It's one of the simplest yet most overlooked steps to restoring health throughout your body. And when your mouth is clean, your blood flows cleaner too. What to expect in the first 30 days? One of the most encouraging parts of working with older men is seeing how their expressions change over time. I'll never forget a man in his 60s who came to me tired, skeptical, and embarrassed by what he had lost. We started the clove method together, and I asked him to be consistent for just 1 month. After a week, he called and said, "Doctor, something is happening. I feel more awake in the mornings." That was just the beginning. In the first 7 days, most men notice subtle changes: a warm feeling in the body, a clearer head, slightly deeper sleep, a little more motivation to move or walk. It's not dramatic, but it's there, and it's a sign that their body is starting to respond. By day 14, things usually improve significantly. Energy increases. Mornings feel different, more alert, sometimes with the return of something you haven't felt in years: spontaneous morning erections. It's not magic. It's circulation getting back online and testosterone starting to whisper again. By day 30, many men tell me they feel like a different person. Not only have their choices returned with greater consistency and strength, but their confidence changes. They behave differently. Their wives or partners notice. Even if intimacy hasn't fully resumed, the connection, the emotional presence begins to rebuild. And that's the true goal: feeling like yourself again, living in a body that feels alive, not stagnant or closed off. But remember, this is just the beginning. Because once you unlock the strength, The real question is how to hold on to it and protect it for the years ahead. Your strength is waiting to return. I've spent over 30 years sitting with men like you, men who silently carry the weight of fading energy, lost confidence, and the fear that their best days may be behind them. But I promise you, that's not the case. This simple habit, chewing a few cloves for 60 seconds, can do more than just improve blood flow. It calms your nerves, restores deep sleep, revives testosterone, and even cleans your mouth to protect your heart and your virility. I've seen it awaken circulation, reclaim desire, and most importantly, bring men back to themselves. Yes, you've made it this far. Your body is already asking for a change, and now you know what to give it. The choice is yours. Keep waiting for a miracle, or start building one with your own hands. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. Begin tonight and let your strength return one day at a time.